This training is about closing a virtual skincare party. And I've had some successful ones in the past week, and Diane wanted me to share with you guys how I was doing it. So, you go through the skincare class basically the same way that you do when you're doing it live. And then when you get to the table close, I do that. I go through everything. I romance the skincare, all the products that are on the closing sheet, and so forth. Now, one of the most important things that you guys are going to want to have is a closing sheet that you're comfortable with, that you're using while you're doing the virtual parties, which it can be the exact same one that you use during your live skincares, however you guys want to do it. I have been using the one that we use when we are in New York, and it has been going pretty well. So, like I said, you do want to romance the products. You also, once you do the table close, which is the initial close, you want to do an abridged version of your iStory. So you don't want it to be real, real long, because we don't want the people getting bored, or since they're not right in our presence, it's kind of hard to read how they're reacting and everything to us. So you want to make sure that you keep it pretty on point. Let's just say that. So basically, I just tell them that, my name, and I've been in Mary Kay for 14 years, and I go into why I started Mary Kay, what I have grown into while I have been in Mary Kay. You guys know how to do an iStory. That's just, how we normally do our recruiting. I use a picture book when I am actually doing it in person. I haven't been doing that while I've been doing it virtually. So then after I'm done with the iStory, I let them know that I am going to be texting them the the specials sheet is basically what I call it. I don't call it a closing sheet. I call it a specials sheet. I'm going to be texting it to you, and then I'm going to do a follow-up with you guys in about 10 minutes after you receive the text. So that's what I do. And I will tell you guys, it's really, really, really important when you're doing the virtuals to get a cell phone number so that you can have direct contact with these people. A lot of times they'll say, oh, I just want to give you my email. Well, email's good, but it's really hard to follow up with people with just an email. And I found one of the parties that I did, I only had emails, and it didn't go as well as I had hoped it to go. So I am strongly telling you guys, get cell phone numbers. Just tell them that's just how, the information has to come. I ask for their name, their address, their email address, and then also their cell phone number, because we have to mail them their product, and we have to email them the Zoom link if you're using Zoom. And then you need their cell phone numbers in order to send reminders and so forth. So then, that was a little sidebar, sorry. So when I'm at the end and then I tell them I'm going to text them the information, that is what I do. We close the video out, and then I immediately don't move from where I'm at, and I send them the text and tell them that I'll be following up with them in about 10 minutes or so. And when you guys are doing the table close, you always have to remember that you want to tell them about the 100% satisfaction guarantee that we have. And you also want to tell them the different methods of payment that we have, because that seems to make people a little more at ease about trying the product, and also knowing that they can, pay by the different methods that we do. And if you offer other methods other than just, cash, check, credit card, you can do that, because I have Apple Pay, I use Venmo, so I use a lot of different methods of payment. And like today, one was a credit card, one was a Venmo. So it's really nice because then Venmo comes directly to you. It's free and you just transfer it right into your bank. So those are, like just remember those options. So then after about the 10 minutes, I send them a text that just kind of reads like this, and I'll read it right like I sent it today. Something on the order is, I hope you enjoyed the pampering that we had today, or however you want to word it. Is there anything you are looking at purchasing today? So that's basically like the questions, the 8-point questions that we go through. But I do tweak it a little bit just because of doing it virtually and not in person. And then I just kind of put the question mark there and send it off. Also, you can say to them, in the text message if you want, or if you're actually talking to them on the phone, because some people may feel more comfortable with you talking to them. Then you can go through the questions. So, did you have a good time today? How does your skin feel? And those are kind of the questions that I asked right after the table closed. How's your skin feel? Did you have a good time? And then, like I said, you can just send the text that says, I hope you enjoyed the pampering. Is there anything that you are looking at purchasing today? Question mark, send it off. And then hopefully you get an answer back. And, you can kind of go on that point. You do want to respect them. I will only send like 2 messages. I would message them the first because they know that I'm sending it to them with that question. And then if I don't hear back from them, I may send them another message like later on in the evening or next day, depending on when you're actually doing this. And then I let it go because I'm not going to, beat a dead horse. I don't want to be known as that person that is just going after somebody repeatedly, for wanting a purchase. So that is basically how I do my closes. Hopefully, this all makes sense, how I'm kind of throwing it all together. And I hope you guys are having a great meeting, and I'm sorry I'm missing all of you.